Hello beans, hello and welcome to another episode, episode 11 of IkkyDoot Streams Create Above and Beyond. And I totally don't have indigestion, having just scoffed dinner. Whoops. Well, I mean, you know, I got home immediately and jumped straight into the game and, yeah, forgot what the time was. But it's fine, I'm here now. Nobody panic. I hope you all had a lovely week and that you have some excellent plans for the weekend, by the way. Always nice to acknowledge that we've made it to the end of the week. So, and today, if I can figure out what we need to do, I mean, I know what I need to do, but this step right here. So, obviously we can't do this step yet because we need to do this one first because they all have to link up and be green for it to do. This step, the Andesite mixer. I think that's how you pronounce that, Andesite mixer? Either way. In another mix. So this time it'll be bricks and your surfaced andesite cobblestone. So we're going to scribble it up together and then we're going to hopefully get started, if not complete, the deploy, which is this bit. So bringing together andesite alloy and cut planks using a row of deployers concludes your first assembly line, which would then see this chapter complete. So, but we'll see. We'll see how far we get. For those that aren't too sure, the deploy bit, it's part of a sequenced assembler, and this is what we would basically be needing to do is andesite, and then the iron saw, which is what we've been using to make it manually, can actually be automated, but we'd have to have 3 deployers for that, so gonna be a bit expensive, but I'm fairly certain we're probably gonna need to go digging for some gold, to be fair, but I'm fairly certain we'll be able to do it. Yeah, I think we're probably gonna need some more coal, so we might have to go digging at some point. But right, so first step, we need to combine things. So ignore the deployer for a moment, and we'll go back over here to the Andesite mixer. Still don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, and we need to make another mixing machine. So over into my JEI and create, and we're going to see if we can make another one of these guys. So another whisk, which is 5 of the iron sheets and 2 andesite alloy. And let's see if we can... Oh, I've only got 4. Never mind. It's fine, we'll take some with us to get it squished. And then we'll get... Oh dear. What a miserable day. What a miserable day. Never mind. Right. So, we want to... So that's now all working. So for those of you that did tune in during the week, we've got our andesite lift actually going now. So what's going on here? Is this is a water wheel that we're powering. Thought I heard a creeper then, didn't. That we're powering to send a rope pulley down there, so that as the andesite mixer is working, it's bringing it all into a box. All we have to do then is if we flip that switch, I'm not going to sit here and wait for it to come all the way up because I mean that's a ways down, but it'll come up and it'll fill up into that box, nice and simple, right? Now we kind of want to take this one here with the andesite cobblestone and mix it with this here. So the algal bricks, because you know that's the aim, that's the end goal, isn't it? Is to get this one and that one mixed. So I reckon let's have a think of this real sec. So I think probably the mixer is going to go here. I feel like that's a sensible place for it, because then we can conveyor belt in one, conveyor belt in the other. So let's start plocking down some bricks and see where we get to. So I want to take it out of here, so we're going to bring this out a bit, and then let's go right past our door to below. And then we're going to go over this side as well, because we're going to take it out of this box and take it that way as well. So I think this might take a couple... Oh, there goes my spoon again. This might take a couple of conveyor belts, so we might have to also make some conveyor belts. But for now, we've got enough to be getting on with. So, right, we're going to pluck a shaft there, and a shaft here, and one here, and here, and then one here, and probably also one here, going that way, that one, and that one. There we go. That's roughly the layout. Roughly. Yeah, I think that'll work. Right, so I need to squish some more iron, don't I? I did mention that at the start, and I just squish some more iron. Just do a bit of gardening real quick, because we do need all of that anyway as well, so might as well lop it off while we're here. And I don't think I want to squish all of that iron, but if I could actually. At the moment it's actually not operational, so but it's fine. We needed more conveyor, so let's do that real quick as well. Bum, bum, bum. So I had a silly idea for one of these episodes, which I don't know if you all will agree with me, but we saw a couple of episodes ago that we can actually collect some of these wild ducks that are running around. So we might organise a bit of a silly one to have a bit of a break from all of the craziness that is Create, and go collect some birds, maybe. And we can have ourselves a little menagerie. Or, you know, collection of random birds, like a crazy cat lady. Maybe. Crazy cat bird lady. Yeah, I don't know. Either way. I was wondering about it. Just for fun things, just for fun. Because sometimes you gotta remember, you gotta have fun with these things. Not that I've not been having fun, but I did put the I did put the strainer on that. Right, fine, good. Yep, give me that. Chuck some more Spanish moss in there. Probably ought to make some kind of flower farm at some point. Oh, it stopped raining. Oh, nice, pretty. It's a pity that they changed. I mean, you've got to change things to keep up to date with stuff, but when you used to be able to use kelp for making the drives, it was easier because you had the kelp coming in from the farm, and you could just melt that or cook that and turn it into belts as well. But I mean, you've got to keep things interesting, haven't you? So, not the end of the world really. Just a bit annoying. Although to be fair, I like the idea of using this for another thing because you don't use the smoosher thingy for actually that much. So, eh. Oh, and you'll see the box has now arrived up here, and is dutifully unloading into that. Although I think I might have to reposition that a bit, or move that up. Probably reposition this a bit actually, because if it's here and I attach a outwards thingy, it's just going to go not onto the conveyor belt. It's going to go under it, which isn't ideal. Isn't really what we want. So, yeah. Okay. Yeah, that seems to... Oops. Oh, it's gone the wrong way up again, hasn't it? I don't have any luck with these things, you know. There. Really? Try again. Nope. Really? Tell you what, sometimes Create likes to wind me up. There we are. Easy. Right, fill in that gap. And that gap there. Perfect. And then because they have to go in a straight line, I wonder if we actually just have it so it comes up over onto this one, and then it will have to spit it out onto this conveyor belt here. But yeah, we'll see. So we're going to grab some of these guys for a second. I know, Diorite, I'm sorry. I know. So, yep, there we go. That one, because if they're going up a level, they have to go up diagonally. I can't go 1, 2, so 1, 2, and then there. Because I'd have to put another spoke, and then there'd only be one spoke, so I can't have it moving because it's so yeah, it's jiggery pokery is the theme of today. There we are. Right, we've got the first couple of conveyor belts in. Let's go back here and collect up the rest of the uncooked rubber now as well. Got 8 pieces, should be plenty to make another 3 belts at the very least. So let's get that out the way, depot, and then that one, and then we're going to smoosh some iron. So we'll just plop that there and leave that for a bit to do its thing. Right. back over here. Going to be a bit of jumping back and forwards, but although it does look like it's also turning to nighttime. No. Rip. Never mind. Right. So we've got a conveyor belt coming out of this box that's collecting the stuff that's being generated downstairs. It'll come all the way this way, and then it'll go all the way this way. Oh, it's not equal. Am I really that fussy? I mean, I could take that one down. Hang on a moment. Is anybody else as fussy as I am in that you like to have things equidistant, or is that just me? Give me 2 seconds. I'll have it fixed. Don't you worry. Right, take that off. Take that off. Give that back. Do. And then that'll be there, and that'll be there, because then you go there to get it all to connect. Bop and bop. There we go. Told it would take 2 seconds. Right. And actually that works better for the getting downstairs part. Oops. I didn't put that there. Oh, we're quickly sleep so we don't get no surprise creepers. Don't like surprise creepers. Don't know about you. Less friendly. Right. There we are. Let's go. Let's do this. So. Right. Unblockificate that. I don't need you to be a block right now. And cook it. And then let's go back to our wonderful smooshificator. And collect our newly pressed iron. Right. Over here. So, as mentioned, we're making a whiskey biscuit. So we need another basin, because it needs to go into the basin to get mixed. Then we need another whisk, which is the 5 iron sheets and the 2 andesite alloys to make the whisk. And we're also going to need to make, I think I'm going to need to go chop down some trees, or go and get the saw as well. But that's fine. We can go do that in a second. Meanwhile, that's still spitting out blocks like crazy. So we can leave that be. We will need to find a way to bring out only the andesite onto this bench, because we only want the andesite. So I think that's probably going to be easily solved if we knock this out here. Maybe. So you do get a filter later on, but for now, we might have to do some jiggery pokery again. Right, leave that there for now. So, as I said, it's all going to come along onto this side, and oh, look at that, it's equidistant again. Oh, better. And then get into that. Right, nip over here. It's still cooking. Right. Quickly going to grab some, yes, hello llamas. Grab some wood. Never hurts. I've not seen those villagers. Those, you know, the illagers that were here the other day. I haven't seen them come back, so I know they do patrol around here, because I saw them again the other day when we were doing the stream, but I guess they don't come too close to us, so I don't worry too much about it. Right. Quickly gather up some wood. I quite like the idea of a bird hunt. It means we'll have to go exploring some more, and I mean, exploring's never a bad thing. And hey, maybe we'll find a dungeon, and then you can all watch me fail horrendously at a dungeon, because, you know, that's always worth a giggle or two, isn't it? Right, that'll probably do for now. You do find some decent loot in there as well. You can get access to ender pearls and blaze rods way before you would normally get them. So, you know, it does help. Right. Back over here, 2-6. To go back to our base real quick, because we need the saw. Out the way, rice. And we'll make ourselves some more contraction-y thingy things. Now, many of you might be wondering, yes, but Icky, you're making all of this, and by the time you've made all of this, you won't actually need to make the thing again, the deployer part. Yes and no. It's helpful to have it on tap, for starters. It really is. The main reason being, you know, having to come over here and do this every time is a pain, is a nuisance. Right? But you also need it for some of the other items that you make later on, so worth bearing in mind. 16. There we go. It should be enough for 2. If I did my maths right. I probably didn't do my maths right. Maths is not my strong forte. That's to be said. So we're going to take some... Is that really all of the andesite casings we've got? Wow. Oh, yeah. Some more of those as well. There we go. There we go. That's that and that's that. Making ourselves 2 of the andesite machines. Greedy, I know. Greedy. You'll never get away with that, they say. You'll never get away with that. Right, chuck that in there. Yeah, that's probably fine. Okay, and then we have our miximificator. And we probably also need to, before we go outside again, make a another water wheel or 2, because we're going to use the old water wheel. We do move away from the water wheel soon / at some point. So don't worry about that, we'll get to it. But that one kind of requires a lot more jiggery-pokery to get it going, because you actually need to have some mechanical crafters. Don't worry if I just said everything and it doesn't make any difference to you, or doesn't make any sense to you. We'll cover it. We'll cover it. It'll be fine. Don't panic, Mr. Mannering. Now, most of you that are watching this aren't going to get that reference, but some of you might. And we've got ourselves another 6 conveyor belts. Ta-da! So, we've linked that up to that. We've linked this up. Can I take it this way? No. You've got to take the block out from underneath. Although, to be fair, I think it probably won't do that, because if it's bringing it this way, I need to... yeah. We need to split those 2 as well. So, there is definitely going to be some jiggery-pokery going on today, while we try and link these up correctly. But it's fine. That one to that one, that one to that one, that one to that one. Perfect. Look at that. Beautiful. Now, it thinks that it wants to be spitting it out this way. It doesn't. I don't want it to spit it out that way, because this is the entrance in. So we are going to have to build another belt going this way. But I mean, it's no biggie, because eventually we'll be taking this final finished item that way, across and out onto the river to go through the deployer, because we'll be taking the item from that box and pulling it along here, and the item from this, once it's been mixed, and putting it into the deployer line, which is going to go kind of that way, I think. We'll see. We'll see. That's the general plan. But sometimes plans don't necessarily go according to plan. So, yeah, we will see. So we're going to wrong bench. Go over to our crafting bench, chuck in one of those and make a mechanical mixer. We're going to keep the other one to hopefully make some more of the these guys, the funnels, because we need to use the funnels to get it into the mixerificator. And as before, we chuck that on the top there, and we get rid of that funnel by right-clicking, which then says that's the output. This is the way it should go, right? Right, good. So, spoke out there. What we're going to do then, because we want it to go kind of fastish, I wonder if I bring it out before I make it fast. Let's do it. We can always change it up, as you've seen before. So, big wheel, little wheel, big wheel, little wheel. And then I realise that it's all in line with our little thingy thing and have to then bring it back again. Although maybe not, actually. No, not one of those, one of these. Because then I need to chuck that there. Wait. No, wrong way around. Typical. Hang on. Bear with me. I want to not take it up immediately. I want to kind of bring it over there. So if I go this way, Is that horrendous? Does that look horrendous? Probably. That does look a bit bad, doesn't it? But it's fine. Ooh. Okay. That wasn't where I expected you to go. Not quite. Really? There, thank you. Because then we want to use one of those. Oh, I can't see what I'm doing. Mum. Oop. Up we go. Easy. And then that. There. So now that's going super duper speed. And another shaft. Puh. Beautiful. Look at that. So we've gone big wheel, little wheel, little wheel, little wheel, big wheel, which makes that one, little wheel, go a lot faster. Which means now that this is all going a lot faster. I don't know why that one's turning. I guess I just left it there from before. Right, back down the scaffolding we go. And you can see our lovely mechanical mixer is now going. So that means then when we see when we see the andesite cobblestone and the algal brick enter into this, if I just quickly show you, as before when it mixed with the clay and the kelp over here and made this chappy, this one now will mix the andesite cobblestone and the algal brick and will make this little chappy, the andesite alloy. So you don't have to then craft it in a bench. You can just pluck it on there. Job done. Funnel there, andesite funnel there, and you'll see they automatically get into the basin. So that's now working on that side. This side's going to need to be sort of sorted because we don't actually want all of them, see? So if I quickly whip that off before it starts spewing out anymore, because we don't want the diorite to get in there. The diorite is not used in this part of the manufacturing process. It is just the andesite. So for now, we'll have to manually sort it out because, you know, we don't want to get that sent along there. So we'll just pop another box down for now. And let's pling it there. So there'll be a way to filter out all of this other stuff that we don't need at some point, but at the moment it is a manual process. And I wouldn't worry too much because actually a lot of these blocks that I'm not using right now get used in later chapters, so well worth bearing in mind. There we go. Perfect. So that's all of our andesite cobblestone in there. And all of the other stuff in there. Easy. Yeah, these blocks get used later, so I wouldn't worry too much about worrying about, you know, too many of this or too many of that, because it will get used. Nothing gets wasted on this program. So then the andesite comes up, comes along the conveyor belt, woo woo, will fling itself through the andesite funnel to be mixificated and turned into andesite alloy, which is currently just spewing off into the foreverness. But it's fine, I have a solution for that. Also, kind of like how it plings off. Anybody else kind of like how it plings off? I kind of like how it plings off. Just saying. Right. Gonna quickly make one of these nifty chutes again, because these are it's the wrong way around. Did you know I did that last time? There we go. Shoots, so that when it plingificates off, it'll actually go somewhere and not just jump off into the void. So, one of those, and one of those, so that when it then does, it doesn't just chuck it into the river. We are not polluting the river, thank you. I don't think it would be sensible now to start on the deployers. I did kind of hope we'd have enough time, but if we start on the deployers now, I would probably only stream for another 15 to 20 minutes, so I think we'll probably call this one a stop here after having had a bit of fun with the mining and various. So it seems like a good point to leave it rather than push for another thing. Thank you very much to all of my fellow bees for joining me and watching this stream live. I'll do the edit as normal and put the video up tomorrow morning. After I say very, very quickly, after we have Simmons in the morning, we're going to go for a Simmons cooked breakfast, which will be very, very nice. So yeah, after that point, then I'll load it. Ooh, that was a weird. Ooh. Sorry, right. So yes, I think that'll do for now, and I'll see you guys on the other side of the weekend on Wednesday. Ta-ta. Bye for now.